y'all, happy fall! I am so excited today because today is the day I talk about wedding planning. So, as most of you know, let me go ahead and put that down. I am getting married in February to my best friend Neil, and so today I just wanted to share a little bit of tips and tricks regarding wedding planning and wedding planning on your own and wedding planning on a budget. Because it is one day of your life. Yes, it's the biggest day of your life. Yes, it's the best day of your life. And in a way it is. You are committing yourself to your spouse for the rest of your life. You love them. You're going to love them forever. All of your friends and family are there. It's going to be a great party. But it isn't the biggest day of your life. Do not put that pressure on yourself, because when one thing goes wrong, you're going to be a total wreck and disappointed. And you don't need that, because you already have everything you need. You have your family, you have your friends, and you have your fiance, who you are obviously committing yourselves to. So, with that being said, I am using the knot for all of my wedding needs. Wedding planning is stressful. It is overwhelming, but it's also fun, especially when you have a group of people that's helping you through it. So I have my mom and my sister and my aunt were the main ones planning the wedding. I also have Neil, who is a help when we meet vendors. That way I'm not going by myself and giving the final okay. Because it's his wedding too, he has a say. It's not fair for you to plan everything unless they want it that way. Like I say, you guys are different. You guys are your own people. It is your wedding. Have it your way. Don't fall down a Pinterest hole and have it the Pinterest way. Have it your way. Because like it is the biggest day of your life, because you are making this huge commitment to each other. So I am using the knot. I actually made my website on the knot because it has a lot of helpful tips, like a lot of articles you can read. It has your RSVP on there. It has a budgeter on there. It has a checklist on there, which I'm really big into, the checklist. It has your guest list on there, and your registries are on there. So everything is in one spot, which makes it very easy to organize and to just alleviate a little bit of that stress you're feeling. Okay? So first things first is your vision. What do you and your fiance want for your wedding? You need to think of that before you talk to anyone, because everyone has their own opinion of how they want your wedding to be, even though it's your wedding. So you want to think of your vision first, speak to your fiance about it, make sure you know that you want to get married in a barn or a chapel, or you want tall centerpieces or small centerpieces, or you want pink flowers or blue flowers. Make sure you have that kind of figured out. Things can change, that's okay. But before you speak to anyone, including your mother, love you, Mom, you want to make sure you have that vision, because they're going to want their say into it, and it's your wedding. And even though they have the kindest and sweetest hearts and they mean the best, sometimes they're stressful and they overwhelm you with what they want, when really it's about what you want. And yes, opinions are great. You want people to give their input. You want them to be happy, but you cannot please everyone. And that is something you need to remember when wedding planning, because everyone comes to you and they want you to do these things. They want red velvet cake, but you want chocolate cake. And in the end, it's what you and your fiance want. It's what you and your fiance can afford. So one is vision. Make sure you have that. Two, budget. Budget, budget, budget. So important. Of course, on Pinterest you see these $1 million weddings. They're in a castle. There's like diamonds dripping from the sky. There's flowers everywhere. The bride looks like a princess. Unfortunately, we can't all have those. So do not get discouraged when you see this. If you can only afford a $1,000 wedding, wonderful. If you can afford like a $50,000 wedding, fine. But do not go over debt. Over debt? Do not go in debt over one day. Because you have the rest of your lives together. You may want to buy a house. You may want to go on a honeymoon. You may want to go on vacation. You may want to have kids. It's not worth it to spend so much money on one night if you really can't afford it. So that is so important. Vision and budget. Stick to a budget. I can't stress how important this is because everything wedding is very expensive. You have a normal party, it's pretty cheap. You say it's a wedding and then the price just goes up thousands of dollars. Goodbye, money. Anyways, make sure you budget. 3 is research. Research literally everything. There are going to be so many different vendors and videographers and photographers and catering and venues and photo booths and DJs and live music artists. You are going to need to research every single vendor, every single category to make sure you're getting the best price. People charge for everything. They charge for traveling, they charge for setup, they charge for everything. So you want to go ahead and research, and you can actually do that on the knot. Go ahead and research those vendors, then message them. Oh my goodness, here's my wedding day. I'm so excited. I just wanted to look into your prices or your packages. Could you send me that information? Great. Once you get that information, then you sort it down to like 2 or 3 vendors that you like in each category. And then you send it to your helpful bridesmaids or groomsmen if the groom is planning the wedding, or your mom, or your aunt, or your sister, or literally everyone that wants to plan your wedding. Send it to them. I would love your opinion on this. I'm in between these 3 photographers, and see what they say. Then meet with those photographers. Talk to them. You want to kind of feel comfortable in front of them and with them because they're going to be there on your biggest day when even like your acquaintances aren't. So you're going to want to be comfortable telling them what you want. And so it's important to kind of have like a relationship with them and not like a serious relationship because you've only met them for 30 minutes at Starbucks, but you want to feel a flow within the relationship. So 1, vision. 2, budget. 3, research. Once you got that, you book them, you put your deposit down, you save the date. Great, you don't talk to them for like a month or 2 before the wedding and plan out final details. So you're good. Once you book your venue and your caterer and your photographer and your videographer and your DJ and your live music and your cake and your photo booth, then you're done. Take a month, relax, get your hair done, get your nails done, go to the spa with your friends. You deserve it. You did so much. Now it's time to plan the final details. And that is going to involve other people. This is where other people come in. You're going to need your bridesmaids to help you make your bouquets. If you're doing it on a budget, that's a very easy way to save money. Make your own bouquets. Buy wholesale flowers. Have a friend do your photographer. I'm having a friend do my cake. Candace, she's the best. You should book her. I'll go ahead and put her little business on the bottom of here as well. Have your friends that know how to do these things help you out because like I said, it is very, very expensive and you do not want to put so much money up front if you don't have to. So you can have your bridesmaids help you with your bouquets. You can have your maid of honor help you with the bridal showers and the bachelorette parties and all that kind of stuff because there are so many little details in a wedding that you don't really think about until you're planning one, and it gets a bit overwhelming, but you got this. You are going to do so great, and you are going to have so much fun because you are marrying the person of your dreams, and you have all your friends and family surrounding you, and after you walk down the aisle and you say all the stuff you're going to say, you get to party with them, and that's going to be so much fun and worth it in the end. So once you get through all that, you kind of have to think of the guest list. This is where it gets a little tricky. I'm having a 200 guest count for my wedding, and that is just family and friends because we have big families, so we needed a 200 guest count to invite them all. But when you get engaged, everyone thinks they're invited, even if they aren't that close to you, even if they never invested a minute into your relationship. And so that's a little hard to navigate, and you don't ever want to hurt anyone's feelings because if it were up to me, I'd love to have everyone there. But like I said, you're paying for this wedding, and you have to pay for their food, and you have to pay for their chair at the venue, and their plates, and their napkins, literally everything you have to pay for. So if you can't afford to have everyone there, you have to make it known that you're going to have people you want there, that you love there, that love you and want to support you. Because on your wedding day, you don't want to be judged by Patrick from down the street that thinks he's going to come to your wedding. No, Patrick, you ain't going to come. I don't know you. I don't even know your last name, Patrick. You know what I mean? So you just want to make sure you have the right people there. You want to make sure you have the right amount of food and anything, drinks, cake. You want to make sure you have enough of that, so you can't just invite everyone. So what I did first was I invited my family first, and then I invited my friends, because family does come first. They are so important. You can't not invite them unless you're not close to them. You do you. You know your family. You know your friends. You know who's going to come to your wedding. So you all have to just take this with a grain of salt, because this is my wedding planning, and your wedding planning may look completely different. So I just wanted to give you a few tips about that. But most importantly, have fun. It is going to be a fun day. Just breathe and be in the moment. It is so fun wedding planning and talking about flowers and wedding dress shopping and just being with your friends and family and them showing so much love and support for your new marriage. The showers are fun. The bachelorettes are fun. Everything is so fun. So just enjoy this moment. Enjoy it with your fiance, because after this, you ain't got a party until you get pregnant or something. So soak this all in. Soak it all in, because, I don't know. I am just having a blast with every little detail. Even if it is stressful, you will be having fun, because you're with the people you love and you're doing something you love. You're planning a wedding. You do this once in your life. It's so much fun. So, like I said, the knot, I'll go ahead and add that under here. Your guest list is on there. Your RSVPs are on there. Your registries are on there. Your website is on there for all your guests to see the details. Your budget's on there. Super, super, super important. You have articles on there to read. Who should I invite? What should I get my bridesmaids? Anything you need is on this website, and it's free. So that's really exciting. Anyways, thanks so much for sticking through this video. I hope you have a few little tips that you could have taken to plan your own wedding or just watching it for fun. I am going to bring you more wedding planning videos soon, and I hope you guys have a great day.